Hey y'all, sorry, just getting
Hey,
set
y'all.
up. Sorry, just getting
Hey,
set
y'all.
up. Sorry, just getting getting
Hey,
set up.
y'all.
I guess I. All right, there we go. Let's fix that. All right, so yeah, have a board I'm wanting to build today. I been kind of missing out on the what is it, the ATX KB raffles lately. They've been raffling off some real fancy looking moon towers that they're going to be coming out with an EC kit for. But rather than let that get me down, I figure I would build. Oh shoot! What's up, Original Stance? Welcome. I was just lamenting that I haven't, I don't have any of these new Moon Tower V3s coming my way. So instead, I would decide to build another ATX KB. I will be doing the Live Oak, which I forgot I didn't screw that together. Yeah, so this is a. Let's see if I can get this damn thing to focus. Come on, there we go. So yeah, ATXKB, local maker here in Austin that makes these. Chan on the Discords, and it's got a nice little picture of one of our bridges and an old live oak tree, which they're all over the place. So that's what this guy was named after. And I've got a pink one of these that I got in the first raffle that he did, but I've been wanting a black one, and our man BTC hooked it up on this one, so I picked this up as well as a bunch of other keycaps and some resin party stuff and this and that. But if you've seen a live oak before, or even if you haven't, it's a pretty cool board. For one, because they have this integrated housing plate. Which, let me go ahead and pop this guy open and pull it out. So this is a pretty slick. Oh man, I got my Discord notifications on. Let me close that. Sorry. So this is pretty slick. They built an integrated housing plate, but unlike the Norbauer path of doing it, injection molded, they actually machined this. So I don't know. My camera setup is absolutely crap, but check out pictures of the live oak plate sometime, and you can see just like what a freaking work of machining art this thing is. I mean, that Chandler really did a good job on the design of this, and it is, it's I guess, what do they call it in MX world? Gasket mounted. It's got the little squishy guys here and here, so you build it all up on the plate. Obviously, you don't need housings, but you can harvest everything else from. Oh man, my freaking Discord notifications are still going off. How do I turn this off? Sorry guys, I am a troglodyte when it comes to knowing how to do tech shit. And that's not working either. Damn it. Alright, nope. Can't figure this out. Alright, screw it. You guys might have to listen to my dings. So, yeah, so this thing, it's pretty slick. And, it's built for a Pro 3, so similar to the Heavy Grail, and, sets it apart from, like, the show boards or the Taobao stuff. Yeah, that's me. I know. I need to. I don't know how to turn it off. Because I am an idiot on this kind of things. Can I edit my? Volume mixer? There we go. Okay. Alright, Discord, go away. There we go. Okay. Fixed. There we go. Alright, cool. Hopefully that won't be annoying anymore. Yeah, sorry about that, Original Sense. So, yeah, this thing is freaking sweet. It's built for a Pro 3, it takes the standard stabs. And this board is actually a little different than they come from the factory. Only because of these extra holes here. I went ahead and actually brought the tool out with me. Used the the Deskies drill, and I went ahead and tapped this thing for MX compatible sliders. So drilled the holes in the 2Us. That's really all you need to do for it. But yeah, they turned out. I mean, I'm honestly pretty happy with those. Like, they look pretty clean. I'm sorry my camera is just spazzing out over here. But yeah, like I feel like they did a pretty good job. Did a pretty good job of getting them centered. That one is slightly high, but I think because of the size and like the the way the caps will mount and stuff, I already threw a slider and it's not the end of the world. But I think that'll be good for our purposes. So first things first, I'm gonna get this out of the way, and then I think I'm going to do the harvest, which I'm actually harvesting a board that has already been harvested for my previous live oak. Then was resurrected with a sit board and is now getting harvested again. So it will be ejected from the realm of undeath and sent to be the drawer of the dead again. But that's not that doesn't mean that's the end of it. I will be ordering some more sit boards when R3 drops here soon. Through Canon Keys is the plan. And I will bring this one back. I've got some Pro 2s I want to bring back. I got a couple things. So I think sorry, just making sure I've got all my hardware. Am I? Yes. Okay, cool. Sorry, yeah, they got these ultra tiny screws for holding. Well, you'll see when I build it. But yeah, so this thing it's already been torn down once. It's going to get torn down twice. I will not be using the sliders, however. I have well, hell, I had them. Now where did I put... Oh, yeah, here we go. I have a couple other things I'm going to be putting in these. So I use RO59 and 206 primarily. And in fact, these sliders right here have already been RO59. So these are some sliders out of an old Cooler Master, what is it, the Nova Touch. So these were the first MX compatible Topre sliders, and I got a full HHKB complement worth of those. So I'll be installing those. Even though they're built to be unsilenced, I will be silencing them with 0.3 silicone, and then I'll probably be using the domes, the springs that I have in this, PCB obviously. But sorry, to answer your question, yeah, what do I use for lube? I use RO59 on the sliders, and the way I do it is I bag lube them, and then I dump them out on a covered cookie sheet, and then I bake mine. So you can let the RO59 cure at ambient temperature for like 24 to 48 hours, which I believe is how Ringer Keys, like the folks who I buy it from, how they recommend doing it. But I was like digging around for because it's meant for industrial applications at high heat, high RPM. So I was like looking around. It's like, how do they do this in the factory? They can't like coat shit and then leave it chilling in the factory for 24 hours. And no, they just throw it in an oven and bake it. So I bake it at typically I shoot for like 180. They recommend 200 at 30 minutes. So I do 180 for about 45 minutes. And that is way below like the deflection point of the material that the sliders are made out of. I also do it on like palm sliders, like desk keys and such, but I do it at a lower temperature. I do it at 160 for those, and then I usually will do it for I'll check them at 45 minutes. If they're not dry, if they're still tacky, I'll throw them back in for another 15, 20. But yeah, I'll do like multiple coats on them, so over the course of like 3-4 hours, I'll typically knock out 3 coats on a set of sliders and then call them good. But for stabs, like for the the 2U stabs, the wires that I use, and for the space bar. Oh, how do I get rid of this? All right. Sorry guys, I really should learn how to use Twitch one of these days, because I know you can like delete these messages and shit, but I don't remember how. So let me go to my my little, is it creator dashboard? Stream manager, there we go. All right. I can pin and click to reply. I don't know how to delete that, so screw it. I guess I'm getting spammed. Damn it. Yeah, I forgot where I was. But yeah, plan is tear this apart, build this guy up. Guess I can just stop blabbing and get to it. Alright, so as you can see, I've already had the pleasure of removing the void sticker, so I don't get to experience that joy again, but you know, I'll live. Come on. Yeah, I swear, one of these days I should actually learn how to use Twitch so I can get rid of these, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm not big enough to get actual, like, spammers and stuff, but, yeah, who knows. One of these days I'll actually learn how to use the tool. So yeah, if you've opened up an HHKB Pro 3 before, it doesn't look like this. And that's because I'm using the SIP board. So it's the EC Pro X from Sipulot. He is currently working to get these in the hands of actual like distributors. I know he's got North America and Europe. I don't think he has Asia set up yet. But for North America, Canon Keys will be carrying these. And I believe we'll have these and the, I think the FC660 supporting board and like the, what, the 87's, like the Real Force board, and I think a TKL board, and couple different, you know, kind of daughter board or, you know, options for this one that, you know, will support Pro 2, Pro 3, with and without, or Pro 2 with and without a USB hub. So yeah, original stands, same here. Like I have several builds waiting, and I did go ahead and buy some of those the Chinese knockoff boards through, you know, Taobao and AliExpress, but they still leave something to be, sheesh, sorry, they still leave something to be desired. Like, I don't know, you know, they're just like components get left off the plates, weird, I don't know, people have reported weird issues. I've had pretty good luck with them. I've only had one that's really like, you know, was missing some stuff and had flaky USB hub. Yeah, overall it hasn't been too bad. And honestly, I don't know why I'm unscrewing this, because I could be like installing sliders and doing everything else and getting my other one completely ready so I can just like pull and swap. So let me, I'm gonna leave a few screws in just so it doesn't like fall apart on me. I'm gonna start doing first things first. So yeah, I'm trying to think if I have another another thing I can use as a standoff. Hold on. Yes, I do. All right, cool. And I love these things. I use them for all sorts of stuff, including, you know, kind of a standoff for throwing sliders in. It works sort of perfect for it. Yeah, I really need to figure out how to moderate my stream so I can like get rid of idiot comments and shit, but I don't know. Not today. Alright. So if you've all seen my you know, me do builds before, you know that I like a little bit of pre-compression. So in this case, you know, these sliders are designed to not be silent, so I'm putting 0.3 rings on there. So it'll give me that, you know, 0.3, just a little bit of pre-compression. And I feel like it just kind of tightens everything up. You know, it does mute the sound a little bit. Now, you know, silicone rings don't mute quite as much as Poron in my experience, but I kind of like the feel and the return sound, so we're going with them. So yeah, I'm actually not going to even lay this one down for now and just do it standing up. So yeah, those are, I mean, man, the tolerances on this thing, that is one thing, because like, you know, because of how it's milled and all, like, these things are, they're about as perfect as you can get. I mean, when you, if you've ever dealt, you know, if anyone's ever dealt with a, like a Norbauer plate, like, man, I love those things, and it is a, you know, beautiful, piece of injection molded plastic, but like, sometimes there's a little bit of slip, sometimes there's a little bit of flashing on it, like, you know, there's a reason why he ships them with a file. This thing, you don't need to ship with a file. You don't need to ship with anything. I mean, it's just, you know, it is milled to perfection. So, yeah, I'm I don't know. I was in, like, when I got that first first one, the first live oak I had, like I was so enamored with it. I am super stoked to be building this one. Like it's given me that still warm fuzzy of like, you know, how nice it is to put together and work with. But yeah, you know, I love all the aftermarket stuff. I mean, with few exceptions. But I love the, you know, I love Norbauer stuff. I have entirely too many of those. I love Show's work. Like I love the Never S65, like the Never S60s and the 65, the 19s. Like, you know, BA's stuff is amazing. The Victus, like the what is it, Min? I don't know how to pronounce that one. Like the OSA V2 is freaking cool. Like there's so many cool like aftermarket housings right now, or you know that have been released recently. But something about this one and about the machining and like how well it all fits together and slides together and just sandwiches everything perfectly. Like it just, dude, it is so nice. SP111, I don't know what that one is. I mean, I can look it up here in a second, but I'll yeah, I don't know what that is. I assume it's a big old kit, being a 111. And I will admit, I am not a full-size guy by any stretch. So, like, if it's anything, you know, with more than 60, maybe 66, you know, for the Leopold exception, like, I'm not super into. What up, Matt? Slit Southfall Bowl, BY Ball. Okay. Yeah, alright. Tight. Yeah, I also don't follow some of the Texas builders as much as I should. So I mean I'm sure there's some other freaking awesome boards out there. And is it an EC kit? It is EC? Or is it MX? Or like, you know, with an option? MX only. Okay, yeah. I guess that's probably why I haven't really paid attention to it until recently. I mean, I've built MX before. Like I've done the MX thing before I was into Topre. I was, you know, taking some of my first steps with MX, but then I found Topre, and like, you know, MX just wasn't a thing for me for years. And only recently have I like started looking at and building MX again. And it's actually kind of funny. It was a you know, it was an HHKB that brought me back to MX, the studio. So yeah, I'm starting to learn more about MX, and you know, I've been watching some MX streamers that I've been digging on. But like, yeah, I'm not real well versed in the MX world still. So if I don't know about something you mentioned, please forgive me. All right. Oh, sorry, Matt. I just saw your question. What am I working on today? This is an ATX KB Live Oak. So if you have been following them, ATX KB Chan is running some raffles on Fridays these past few weeks for the V3 Moon Tower board, which is a 60% that will have an EC kit coming out for it. So this, you know, I haven't been, you know, haven't been catching any dubs or anything. So I am instead building one of his boards that I've had sitting around for several months. This is a live oak that I bought used. So it is a true HHKB layout, you know, EC kit for your Pro 3 board. And in this case, I will be I'll be using SIP's board, so the EC Pro X. So this is a classic that I had resurrected after harvesting it previously for a pink live oak build. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to kill it twice for two separate live oaks on two separate occasions, you know, 2 years apart or whatever. So yeah, so 6U. So here's the plate, and you can see it's got the larger blocker on this side. So that it's a 6U spacebar with asymmetric blockers. And similar to the HHKB, it does have integrated housing plate, but they tackled the problem a little differently on this design in that they CNC machined this thing out of palm rather than doing injection molded. What up, Sally Willie? Oh, good to see you. Welcome. So I'm just starting to dig into a Live Oak build here. And I'm actually kind of using a whole mishmash of parts, a lot of them purple. I'm using the whatchamacallit, the NovaTouch, NovaTouch sliders for MX compatibility. I'm going to throw an MT3 set on here. And then I'm using SIP's purple EC Pro X board to give it life. Otherwise, I'll be using Pro 2 domes, 0.3 millimeter, silicon silencing rings, and I think OEM springs. Just because that's what I got out right now. So, pretty basic build. I figure this one's going to go quick, but I don't know. I recently, I guess kind of bearing the lead, with that I'm installing NovaTouch sliders in it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that one's like, man, why is that one not sliding? And then you can see the silencing ring just got caught. So let me pop that guy back out. So I guess I was somewhat bearing the lead when I was talking about it. The fun part of this build was actually drilling the 2U housings to give it MX compatibility. So I was worried because these aren't, this isn't an HHKB that you can buy for $100 from Japan. This is each Live Oak came with exactly one of these plates, and it's made out of palm and very soft. So I had to, for MX compatibility, I had to drill the 2Us, and I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. Sorry, my camera's not focusing. But yeah, this one is slightly high, but I mean like 0.25 millimeter high. It's not bad. I feel like those are pretty spot on. So yeah, I did that earlier today, using the handy dandy desk keys, hand drill. And I was like, man, I'm gonna build it later this week. And then I got the feeling kind of crummy, and so I stayed home this evening instead of going out. And I'm like, man, well, I'm sitting at home. Shit, I got this board eyeballing me. It's not gonna build itself. So why not take advantage of the time alone and knock out another build? So yeah, so you guys are getting multiple streams this week, which is a rarity for me. So if you caught my last one, the M0110 rebuild, welcome back. But so what was I gonna say? Yeah, man, God, and of course I got a frog in my throat now. I've been super stoked with seeing the number of EC kits coming out for things that don't require harvesting. And I mean, not only just EC kits coming out for, other boards, but EC kits that are entirely their own thing. So, I mean, I know, we're still harvesting a lot of parts, and if you want EC cap compatibility, you still gotta harvest. But seeing the M0110 kit, from Peach Black that you can pick up on AliExpress or Taobao for $111 plus shipping. I think even including shipping, it's $135 or $140 something if you get it fully assembled. And it is fully, their parts. Now I say, their parts. They're standing on the shoulders of giants. I mean, Sipulot designed the board. Obviously their parts are a very, very close rendition of these NovaTouch parts that I'm installing. So it's not they're not doing massive new development, but they're providing parts at an affordable price point in a kit that you can either assemble yourself or for, again, an affordable price point, have them assemble for you. And sorry, I might have to like figure a new way to put these in, because yeah, going straight down, I keep dropping the silencing ring because they're all, these things are RO59, so they're a little slippery, and then it gets like caught between the slider. There we go. Okay. But yeah, like it's dope seeing all these kits. I mean, while I've been having like a lot of fun building, you know, these last rounds of like harvested builds, I am so looking forward to, you know, the day when, you know, we have everything. And I mean, we're pretty much there. Like, we have everything that we can build without having to harvest anything, and we have good parts. Like, I don't know, you know, if anyone watched the M0110 stream, but the Peach Black folks sent me a bunch of their new components, and I swear every single one of them was vastly improved. Now, you know, take that with a grain of salt. Like, some of the improvements, I mean, the domes are still not feeling entirely like, you know, what you'd expect an OEM, you know, rubber dome to feel like. They're heavy in a different way, like the 65 grams, where you think of like a BKE Extreme or like a Des V1, where like you press it and it's heavy and then it breaks and it drops. These things are literally heavy all the way down. So very different experience. I don't know if that was the intent of them or not, but like it is unique, and I don't know, it rapidly grew on me. I was playing around, you know, with it yesterday pretty much all day, and like earlier this morning I swapped back to my my evil board here. But yeah, they're cool, you know, and so they're doing all these like interesting things, and you know, but oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say is the one of their new parts that I was super duper impressed with, and what kind of like makes me say with confidence that like we're hitting that point where we can use the aftermarket parts and they do the job and do it, you know, as well as OEM. Their springs, like, don't sleep on the new Peach Black springs. And I have to say new springs because for whatever reason, I guess they're clearing out inventory. They still have the old springs listed on their like AliExpress links and shit. But pick the new springs. I think they're like $1 or $2 more for 115 of them. And oh my god, worth every penny. They are the closest thing to an OEM spring I've ever used. And I've used Des, which has its own downsides, both the conical and the volcano springs. I've used Densus, which, though they operate great, there's this gnarly, sticky kind of like substance on them that makes them bond together a little more than I would like them to. And like pulling apart's a hassle, and I don't know. There's just something about them, like the cut on the end. Like, sorry, I don't want to slag anybody else's product. What I should really be preaching is these new Peach Black springs are like freaking perfect. Like the cut on the end is perfect. There's no barb. The coil is even all the way up. They're all consistent height. They came apart easier than any spring I've ever pulled apart, including OEM springs. Like, they were shipped in a box all together, weren't in a bag, didn't have any kind of retention mechanism. And dude, like, I was able to pop them apart one after the other after the other. I pulled 60 for 60. I didn't have to like twist any of them. I didn't have to set any of them aside because they were like pissing me off. I literally pulled 60 for 60 springs out of this thing in like a few minutes and filled my board. And it was fucking beautiful. So yeah, like I think that, you know, we've already had great domes. We've already had like solid sliders. Whether you want silenced, unsilenced, whether you like, you know, a tighter fit, a looser fit, you know, taller, whatever. We have different options that kind of hit different points. But like, I haven't felt like we've had a spring that was as good as the gold standard, like the gold, you know, Topre springs, the OEM ones, until a few weeks ago. Like these new PBB springs, they're freaking beautiful. So yeah, we're getting that point. Yes, definitely not claw. And does that mean you're claw, or does that mean you're definitely? I mean, you know, I don't know. That's a mouthful of a name. But yes, I have in fact tried the new PBB domes. Now, I haven't tried all of them in a board yet. I was playing around with the lighter weight ones, like the 35 and 45. But the 65 were the ones that really intrigued me because that is a brand new dome weight. And, you know, I have an affinity for heavier domes. I also like light domes, but you know, there's just something about heavy domes that keep me coming back. And so, yeah, I installed this 65, and they are intense. Like, I hope you're ready for a workout. And I don't know what other heavier domes you've tried. Like, if you've tried the what, 95 gram extremes or the 70 gram BKE Redux Heavy, or what is it? I think are they 70 gram? I don't remember. They're heavy. The BKE Redux Heavies are heavy, but I think the Desk Greens are at like 70 grams. But okay, so the tactility is interesting, and I guess I was kind of rambling to get to that point. They're heavy, and they do have a tactile break, but I hesitate to call it a break. Maybe I should call it a tactile event, because they're not really like a break. Like when you push down on it, it doesn't break like, you know, like a BKA style dome breaks. For one, it's rounded, but it's heavy all the way down. Like even though you go past that break point and like hit the actuation point, it's still heavy all the way down. And so it is a different, very different feeling than any other heavy EC dome that I've tried. And I like it. Like, I really dig it. I feel like the first couple minutes, I was like, oh man, this is going to be a struggle. And then like half an hour into it, I was like, dude, I dig these. And like 6 hours into it, I was like, dude, I really dig these. And so I kept it out, you know, for 2 days. And then I, you know, started swapping boards around again like I always do. But like they're cool. That one's definitely getting in the rotation. Now, I don't know if it's an all-day, everyday board. I might kind of start like hurting after a while if I tried that. But like for when I want a board that like, you know, hits back, it's pretty cool. So I will say I expect these domes, the 65s, are going to be an acquired taste, and not everyone who buys them will enjoy them. But I'm stoked that you're giving them a try, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you think about them. Now, the US really, like, the shipping wasn't terrible. And when I compare it to, like, other shipping from Asia, like from, you know, Desk Keys or, like, the KLC stuff or, you know, whomever, it's comparable. It's not bad. I mean, it's just, you know, whatever. I don't mind paying the American tax. Like, that just means that I make bigger orders of things because I feel dumb paying, you know, $15 shipping for $15 of stuff. But if I'm buying $75 of stuff, then, you know, it's a little easier to stomach that $15 of shipping. Which means they just made another, you know, freaking $60. Yeah, no, it's really not too bad. And actually, when I ordered my domes, because I ordered all 3 types, because I had to, like, you know, I couldn't just add them as one thing. It kind of came as like 3 separate orders, and they were going to try to charge me 3 separate shipping. And so I just messaged them, and they discounted my shipping. So they got it all sorted out on their end. So even that, like, you know, it was going to be like $21 for shipping, and it ended up being like $6.50 something. So, you know, it wasn't bad. They really are. Yeah, China market on EC parts are on the rise. That is the truth of the matter. And it's, you know, I'm trying to think how to say it. Like, I'm both excited and somewhat, like, I don't want to say concerned, but I also want to see the people who are designing the things make money off of the things they design. And I get that that's not always as big of a concern in, you know, other markets. Like, for instance, Sipulot, you know, he designed all these amazing boards for the community, many of which he released open sourced, which means, you know, anyone who downloads the plans can tweak it, can print them, can whatever. But I don't necessarily know if, like, open sourced design is necessarily, like, you know, licensed to print money, or, you know, print boards. In this case, you know, they're basically taking his design, making a small change to it, and then releasing it. And so far, like, the ones that I use have been, by and large, firmware compatible. But, like, you know, you can't hit SIP up for support because it's not like you're buying it from him. And, you know, it's like, you know, if he sells 100 boards and they sell 1,000 boards and he doesn't see a single penny of those 1,000 boards, like, it's, you know, it's kind of rough. So, I don't know. I I feel bad about that, or about the the Taubauer or the Bald Head Man heavy grails that are coming out now. And I saw those just hit AliExpress, so for the English-speaking market, that makes it a lot easier for us to get a hold of. Like, I know how to, vaguely how to navigate, like, Taobao and Shenyu and Superbuy and stuff, but, like, yeah, AliExpress listing those for sale now for what, like, $200, I think it was? Like, a quarter of the price of the actual heavy grail. Like, that's pretty rough. Yeah, and I feel like that Bald Head Man thing is kind of funny because it, I don't believe that was a direct reference to Norbauer. I believe that was a reference to the board being, like, non-coated, like non-anodized. So it's like, bald head. There was nothing on it, on the face of it. But, yeah, when it came across as, bald head keyboard, like, that was like, oh, man, Mr. Norbauer might get a kick out of that. Yeah, I saw that, the Ghost of Christmas Future one. Now, I also saw that, excuse me, the boards that are coming out from Peach Black Black store, they do not have the indent, I guess it's over here, for the capacitor. So you can't actually use an HHKB PCB in it. You have to use an aftermarket, like the SIP board or, their version of it. Yeah, I'll gladly spend more money to support the original creator. Me too. The dilemma I had was last time I ordered. I got my order in for round 2, like literally days after round 1 closed. Like I was still kind of new to like the community and the Discords and like buying things from folk through Discords. And so I wasn't Johnny on the spot, and if I would have like posted in his Discord like 2-3 days before, I would have gotten my boards like 6 months earlier, but instead I posted like after the cutoff, and so I was one of the first people in round 2, and I ended up having to wait like a year to get my shit, which is not bad. And I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's like if I need a board now or in a couple weeks, having to wait a year is rough. And so I did break down and buy, I think I bought 4 of them so far, plus the EC60 that came with the M0110 kit. So a total of 5 of the SIP RIP boards from China. But as soon as Canon Keys opens up their sales, I think he's going to be getting at least 8 orders from me, if not more. So, and I cajoled him into setting up a what is that, KO-FI coffee or Ko-Fi or whatever, but like, I got him to set up an account, so I was able to, throw him a couple bucks there as a thank you for designing the board, even if I didn't directly buy the boards from him. So he got he got a brewski or 2 out of me. Oh, shit! I just dropped one. Okay, I see it though. Cool. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna save that one for last because I just looked at it and the clip on that one is like completely sheared off, so I will wait to install it until the very end so that I don't accidentally drop it again. Sorry guys. Did I get the Type B? No, I did not get the ball board either. I regret that. I wish I would have gotten that one. Yeah, no, I didn't. I slept on it. I think my money was going into something else, or maybe that was like, I think, yeah, that's what it was. It was right around the time that the TI, the titanium heavy grail came out, and I was like, cool, I can eat ramen and, not have fun for 2 months and have this beautiful keyboard, and that was during my 2 months of not fun. So, yeah. They might have extras. All right. Well, that's good news. I will have to look out for that. Sorry, I just saw like what looked like just a little bit of schmutz in the end of this one, so I had to pull it out of there. All right. The ultimate sacrifice, indeed. So worth it. Like I can doctor up a ramen, and I'm not just saying I was only eating ramen, but doing a lot of cooking at home. if you guys are on the various Discords, I'm sure I bore the hell out of y'all with my cooking picks and stuff. But like, you know, I've got a pretty solid range and kitchen setup, so I like to make fancy foods or even unfancy foods. But yeah, there's, you know. And also I figure, you know, cooking at home and not eating out as often for a little bit is probably a healthier choice, especially in Texas where portion sizes are like freaking ridiculous. Alright. So yeah, so I mean, you know, same thing with the Bald Head Man board is I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, Norbra's probably gotten a few Disney trips off me, all things considered. But like, you know, I'm probably not gonna pay an aftermarket price for Ghost of Christmas Future Heavy Grail just so that I can dye it. Like, I don't wanna take a, you know, roll the dice on a $700-800 board. But if I can get a $200 board, then I might throw it in a bath of purple, you know, purple dye with a circulator in it and let it go for a little bit and see what comes out of it. So, you know, I feel like these less expensive parts lend to taking chances and trying things that, you know, you might not try on something that's a one of one or something that, you know, if you fuck it up, that's $800 type deal. So, yeah, we'll see. Peach Black might get another $200 of my money. Okay, how do I deny? Alright. Slash. Oh, add block term? Well, that was what I. Okay. Huh. Weird. Sorry, I've not set up moderation on my thing, and I just got a... Oh, wait. Unblock. Okay, how do I undo that? Shit. I just blocked the term screwhole. I guess AutoMod, like, picked up on it, and I clicked the wrong thing. No. Oh, my God. Sorry, bro. Alright, I need to talk to someone. How do I unban word? Remove blocked term? Oh my god, add permitted term. Okay, there we go. Here, let me see if I can do this command to get the normal version of that word back. That is so freaking funny. Damn it, did that not work? Fuck. Alright, I don't know how to fix that. Ghost of Christmas Future is near to the edge, while the one in Shanyu is a little more away. Okay. Yeah, I haven't, you know, I haven't really, like, sat there and investigated the pictures. So yeah, so I don't know. Alright, now I'm really curious how the fuck I remove a banned term, because that's annoying as hell. I feel like that's a common word, and I totally did not mean to hit the button. That's really funny. Alright. Well, we're almost done with the one use. Guess I'll hold off on doing the spacebar till I've got these last couple things in, just so I don't drop that one slider, but... Go to mod view and remove it. So, this is the funny part. I don't fucking know how to go to mod view. Yeah, see, this is what an awesome streamer I am. I have no fucking clue how to do anything. So we're just gonna live with it. And if you want to talk about screw holes or screwing holes or holes of any kind, put an O in it for the time, or a 0 in it for the time being. Sorry, friends. That's really funny. I will figure it out. Hey, what's up, Gunit? You know, when I'm not accidentally banning word combinations like screw holes on my stream, I'm putting together a live oak. See, that word works. But it's not. I can't say. I don't know how to unban the other one. How do you unban a word? Fuck. That's funny. All right, so we got most of the one use in, and see, like, look at that. That's beautiful. They fall so freely. Like, this plate is so fucking good. Look at that. All of them. All right. Let's do my 2s. And for these, they're a little bit special. So, try to mod you for a while. I don't even know how to do that. Does it /mod? Oh, shit. Alright, I modded you, dude. Don't trash my shit. Or I don't know what the fuck you can do. Alright. My very first mod. That's so exciting. Shoot. I guess I am going to need 2U wires, which I did not grab. I grabbed a 6U, but not a 2U. I'll be right back. Sweet, didn't have to go far. Alright. Got my 2U wires ready to rock. So these install a little bit differently because this is Palm. It's very soft. So they couldn't just like build clips here because they would have been machined super thin and probably wouldn't have really clipped. Oh, yes, you did it. Appreciate you. Delete blocked term. Thank you so much. Okay. All right, you roll, dude. All right, we can talk about screw holes again. Added permitted term. Nice. All right, that worked. Sweet. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Yeah, that would have been annoying to have talked about a topre board without saying screw hole, because I swear to God, last stream I screwed, was it 96 holes I think I counted? Or was it 60 something? I don't remember. It was a ridiculous number of holes. Yeah, no, it's 60 something. That's right. This is like 64 holes. Stupid number of holes to screw. Steam rod. Yeah, I don't know. I need to figure stuff out. We have permission to type. I need to retest once more. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, cool. Got all my hardware. So yeah, so the way that they, yeah, they are some long boy screws. They ain't short. Those are for the back. So, sorry. So the way they actually get the wires to clip in is they've got these wild little screw-in setups that have like a channel on the bottom of them that hold the wire in place, which is pretty cool. So I'm trying to remember if it's easiest to do those first or do those last. So yeah, I'm gonna do those first. Fuck it. Nope, that's gonna be a pain now that I think about it. So yeah, let me do these first. Yeah, it's actually a great idea, and they hold it super well, and like they don't rattle. Like it's a really elegant solution for, you know, the stab wire clip issue, because stab wire clips suck. Like, they're never tight enough, and if they are, then they're probably too tight. Like, it's kind of a crummer. Yeah, the clips also break. They do things. Yeah, so fuck it. Like, let's just go with regular ass stuff. All right, here we go. You know, now that I think about it, I probably should have lubed that last because I am putting it in these here. Let me be crafty real quick. We'll see if this is a great idea or just a good idea. All right. So I'm going to lube that part of the wire and then put them in the holder. Let's kind of let those chill and sit over here for now. And get it moved around a little bit. Alright. Cool. Yeah, cool. Oh, stay in there. Stay in there, you little bugger. Alright, cool. So now these guys. So lubing these, I really try not to lube the outside or the contact points. They've already got RO59 on them, so I just want to lube, you know, where the wire is going to slide to keep it from rattling in there. Which basically just kind of build up a little blob of lube in there, then insert the wire, and then go back in with the syringe and touch up anywhere that, you know, got displaced or that I think it needs it to keep it from jiggling. Alright, so it's the first one. Try to keep that guy on there. Yeah, so this is... There we go. Okay, cool. So the first one's in, and do the second one real quick. And one thing that is super duper nice about these is because it's drilled for, you know, MX compatibility, I can access this part of the slider from the top side, which, you know, allows me to make modifications to the lubing, you know, certain modifications. I can't get into everything without having to take apart the case, which in Topre is always nice. Alright. So those are in. Now, before I put these in, I do want to go ahead and paint just a little bit on the ends. So let me get something out to put some lube on. There we go. I don't believe there was. I think, you know, he did 3 rounds for the 3 different colors. And then he did the final auction round, and I don't think they've discussed doing more live oaks, or not that I know of. All right, I think that'll do it on this one. All right. There we go. So yeah, as you can see, basically the piece just like plugs in and holds the wire in place and like fully encapsulates the wire, which is really cool, and, you know, definitely limits any potential rattle. So I really like this this design. There we go. Okay. And same thing on the other side. Thank you so much, Definitely Not Claw. I appreciate you. Open source the plate. Well, so I mean, I don't know. I get, you know, why he doesn't. He has put out like a plate file for like a Real Force style, just like a plate, so people can like print, you know, their own plate and use aftermarket housings and stuff in it. But I mean, I get it. I expect a lot of work went into this plate, and, you know, I don't know. I guess there's arguments for and against, but not everything is open source, and I get that. And I, you know, respect creators' rights to not open source their shit and give it away, so that, you know, the same thing that is happening to SIPS boards doesn't happen to everybody else. So, I mean, I get it. And I would never, like, presume to tell somebody you should open source your shit. You should give away your work for free. Like, that's entirely a personal choice. But yeah, it would certainly be nice. It would be really, really cool to get something this badass for free. But, you know, I'm not counting on it. Alright, cool. Yeah, this this being Palm, like, I'm very genteel with the screwing of, you know, things, because I don't know. This is one of those kind of things you only got one shot at, and if you fuck it up, it stays fucked up. Alright, so now, yeah, just going in, adding just a little bit of lube on the top side of the wire, so that regardless of where it moves, there is, you know, something kind of facilitating and cushioning its movement. And then once I do that, I'm also going in here and cleaning off anything that is like in the, you know, gotten onto a top side or any surface that might touch other like plastic or PCB. I don't want lube between plastic on plastic or plastic on, you know, what, FR4 or anything, you know, plastic on rubber. I really only want it to be on the metal to plastic interfaces. All right, there we go. Let me tap that one just one more time. There we go. Okay. Cool. Just kind of give it moving. Make sure that the lube is not displacing where I don't want it to. And I think we're pretty good on those. So yeah, let me tap this one once more with my brush, and then we will start putting shit together. And by putting shit together, I mean taking more shit apart, because I still need to pull a few screws on this other board to get it ready. Oh! And lest we forget, there are 2 more important steps. Yeah. Come on, Jason. Alright. I still have my spacebar stabs I need to install. And I still have the, that guy. Come on, camera. You're killing me right now. Alright. Oh, how do I unmod? Yep. Got it. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Alright. So, this was the part that bit me last time. So give me just a second to wiggle these freaks. I know they can be kind of tricky to come out. I'm trying to remember. These are the ones that are coming from these top side or bottom side remove. I think they're top side remove. Yeah, okay. There we go. All right. So if anyone builds one of these in the future, super freaking important. When you press these in, support it from the top side. The first one I built, I did not, and I actually cracked it slightly. So just a consideration. These things are, you know, they're delicate. They're delicate flowers. And that one went in well. All right, so we're good on here. And one more. Sweet baby Jesus, guide my hand. All right, we got them both in without cracking shit. Perfect. All right, cool. Now, we gotta lube these guys. I mean, it is like, I believe Chan was saying that to get this cut as narrow as it needs to be to hold things with the wire, there's like portions of it that are less than 1 millimeter thick. And that's palm. So like there's some very thin walls in certain places here that, yeah, they can be fragile if not handled kindly. Which I get. Who can't be fragile if not handled kindly? Like, let's be real here. You know, we're not all rocks. Alright. So these are similar that I, you know, kind of fill it up with lube where the wire's going to go. Pop the wire into place. And then you know, I go in with either a brush or more lube, or sometimes both, and modify it to make sure that, you know, all of those interface points between metal and plastic are lubed, but none of the plastic to plastic ones are. Alright, so come on, you little mug. There we go. Those are popped in. Okay. Let me go ahead and lube the clips. All right. And then the wire. Also, seriously, definitely White Claw. Thank you. I've been streaming for what, like 8-9 months now? And that is the first time I've actually used like mod commands and like taken my first foray into actually learning how to be a legitimate streamer. So, like, for real, appreciate your coaching there, bud. You helped me out. Okay, okay. Hell yeah. Yeah, sometimes I'm not like so quick on the uptake with like the differences in people's names on, you know, various social media platforms. So I know some people go by one thing one place, another thing another. Cool, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you so much. And I have a really bad habit of like doing lubing and stuff off screen because it helps me to be like up close or in certain light and stuff. But sorry about that if I'm like hiding anything behind the curtain. I'm really not trying to. Okay, so let me press that down so these pop up, then slot those bad boys in. Boom, and spudge these little motherfuckers into place. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Alright, I think that is going to do it. I am going to touch them with a brush just because, you know, again, I like to make sure that the lube is like in the spot and not on a surface that might contact something else and make it sluggish. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. There we go. Touched up. Bueno. So now I do have the one last slider to pop in. The one that the little clip came off of, so it falls out if I flip the board over. Alright, come on. Come on, come on. There we go. And now the fun part. I'm going to set this guy aside. Bring this guy to the foreground and remove the last few screws. So they are not Purple Death sliders. These are actually the Nova Touch sliders. So I have an HHKB's worth of Nova Touch sliders that have been just like bumming around for a couple years. Excuse me. But yeah, I've been needing them to put them in something, but I figure, you know, I like the light silencing of 0.3mm rings on non-silenced sliders, which, you know, the Death ones are definitely on the silenced slider side. So I didn't want to mess with, like, what are they called? The slider gaskets or any of that kind of shit. So I figured I would just take the easy route and do this with Nova Touch. Yeah, hell yeah, Goonit. Nice. Yeah, they're, I mean, they're the sliders on which, you know, PBB and Densus and JTK and KBD fans kind of all based their stuff. So, I mean, it's, you know, I like going back to the source. I like trying the OEM stuff to see how it compares to the various things that inspired. And I didn't have a board built up with Nova Touch sliders. So, okay, here we go. And I'm sorry, I missed someone's question. Do you think the 3.3mm silencing ring affects the domes? Hey, what's up, Topra user? Good to see ya. Dang, glad you made it. No, I mean, I don't think they affect the domes. Or if they do, they affect it so little that, like, you know, it's fairly inconsequential. Honestly, like, I like a little bit of pre-compression. I am a massive fan of, like, 0.2 to 0.3 millimeters of pre-compression. And I achieve that in various ways. But, like, you know, on regular, like, you know, HHKB unsilenced, you know, with HHKB unsilenced sliders or with Nova Touch sliders, it's easy to just put a 0.3 millimeter ring on there and call it a day. And yeah, it gives you a little pre-compression, but I don't feel like it messes up the domes. It makes everything feel a lot tighter. I feel like it makes the kind of the return feel snappier at the top of the, you know, the return. I think there's a lot of things that it actually improves. It definitely, to me, improves the sound. And I do love unsilenced Topre, but, like, I don't like taking it to a coffee shop. I don't like taking it to the office. Like, I feel like 0.3 millimeter rings are a minimum for using my board in public and not feeling like an asshole. So I enjoy them. And yeah, I really do think, like, the pre-compression, it makes the dome, like, it takes out some of that top-end rattle sometimes that you'll feel, like, on keycaps. So, like, you can, you know, give them a little bit of rattle with your finger. Like, it just kind of firms everything up. And they, you know, if you use Poron ones, they do compress slightly. They pre-compress a little bit as well. So, you know, I don't feel like it's an entire 0.3 millimeter pressing on it. But it's worth it. Like, to me, it's worth it. I like them a lot. And man, I swear, this is the quickest build ever. And I thank Peach Black Black a million times over for replicating this. Like, for having the courage to build a freaking Pro 2 style sheet. Like, this is, like, I love that you can just, like, oh man, you want to install 20 domes? Tight. Boom. 20 domes. Installed. Dunsky. They really are going places. I am saying, like, I keep telling them that. I feel like, I don't know, they probably think I'm just some, like, American ass kisser or something, but, like, my appreciation of them is genuine. And when I reach out to them and, like, thank them profusely for, like, the changes that they're making, like, I mean every word I say, dude. Like, shit, their stuff is getting so good. And it's not perfect, but you know what? To someone, it may be perfect. And to someone who, like, presses down on a freaking extreme and are like, man, I wish this hurt me all the way down. Like, the new 65-gram domes are great. Okay. 4 dome strips. Also, I won't say goated because, like, I just, like, the fact that I can install 20 domes and springs in, like, 2 seconds, like, that is unbeatable. You cannot fucking deny the greatness of that. Now, I will say, like, the way this board is designed, how well everything registers, I mean, look at that. I just threw it together, and, okay, so I got this little guy that's not entirely straight, but okay, and that is actually one thing I will point out. Putting silencing rings on sliders that are not meant to be silenced will lift the slider up, which means that it will somewhat lift the domes up. And you can see that best on the 2Us, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but, like, you can see that they don't entirely fit flat. So yeah, so that kind of is, like, indicative of, you know, the pre-compression that will occur. But, like, when I press it down, it doesn't feel like the, you know, it's, I don't know. I don't think it's a big issue. Now, if you were doing, like, 0.5, 0.7, 1 millimeter rings, that might be a different story. And I do have a board that I have, like, 0.5 millimeters of pre-compression. And that, I feel like, does start to change it a little bit. Even though I understand, like, 0.3 to 0.5 millimeters is only a 0.2 millimeter difference. But, like, I feel like, you know, when the entire, you know, scale is, what, 4 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter is, what, 5% of that? So yeah, so that is a difference. And yeah, Studio, dude, I swear, there's so many people releasing Topre shit. Like, I want to see this shit blow up. Now, that said, I want it to be good stuff. I don't want people just releasing Topre to say that they're entering the Topre market and to, release something that sucks. So I really hope. And yeah, and this is, I feel like this is I don't think that there is anything to register the board. That is one thing with this. So, like, I kind of have to, like, line it up and make sure I'm not missing it. Oh, and I missed it. Alright, there we go. Okay, I think that's pretty close. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a screw and see if this works. EC Boomin', saying. Like, that's the truth. Heavier. That's a good question. I really don't know. I've not tried. Okay, I guess I missed it. Where the fuck is the hole? Go to your home. God damn it. All right. Okay. There it is. All right. All right, that will be my guide. There we go. Sweet. Got it. Yeah, it can certainly be. And I do like, that is one thing that I like about the HHKB integrated housing plate. Is that it has those little, posts to drop down that you can just like instantly register and it works. All right. Sorry, I'm gonna. Actually, I may. Where is it? Yeah, Mulchat Dome, I gotta take a break. I want to listen to this because there's a very distinctive sound I'm listening for, which I don't want to hear. That is the crack of PCB. Or crack of, sorry, of Palm. And I feel like it's not as big a deal on these, but like there are some thinner parts that can cause issues. Huh. Sit built board felt a little top heavy. That's interesting. I really don't know. But I feel like what these are all 4-layer, what is it, FR4 or whatever the hell they're made out of. Like, does it really? Yeah, I really don't know, honestly. If one is heavier than the other. Sorry, this stuff is a little flexy, so I'm like just making sure that these screws are uniformly tight. No, I don't notice it, but then man, you know what? I should have 5 seconds ago. I should have gone and gotten like a Pro 2 board or something to like hold one in each hand and see if it really felt different, or a Pro 3 board, I guess. But yeah, I don't have one free right now, so I really don't know, honestly. I will say, with those Pro 2 domes, and with like the fact that I don't have to go in and like lube the slider rails or any of that bullshit, because the RO59, these builds go together pretty quick. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we should just like, ask Sip himself, like in his Discord. I'll bet he could just like weigh his boards and, you know, let us know. He's got so many freaking measurement tools of every kind, like, and I'm sure he could tell us all sorts of other facts about them, you know. Yeah, seriously. Like I gotta say, that is another thing that I absolutely love about this community is how many of like these brilliant, you know, designers and makers and manufacturers and fabricators and, you know, everybody else are like just here for us to interact with and ask questions of. And for the most part, you know, barring a few, they're like super fucking friendly. And they're like willing to answer your questions. And like, dude, lately, like the Peach Black folk, like other vendors, like they listen to your questions and suggestions and respond to them, and sometimes will like implement them and incorporate them into their designs and make updates based on customer feedback. And like coming from, you know, industries and communities where that is not always the case, it is so refreshing to know that like I can hit somebody up and be like, yo, I ran into this issue with your part. I've tried other parts that are made this different way and they work better, and you know, if you made this one slight change to your part, it would increase like, you know, compatibility and fix, you know, these, you know, documented issues. And they're like, tight, I'll send you some free ones once we have them made. And then they do, and they send me a tester, and it's like fucking I get to play around with this new shit that, you know, based on my feedback, like they modified the old shit and now the new shit works better. It's so fucking cool. I love this kind of shit. So yeah, yeah, we're all just happy, dude. You know what, man? I dated a girl years back, and like she gave me she gave me one piece of advice that like she told me that like, you know, if I'm ever wondering what the hell to say, either ask what can I do to help or say I'm just happy to be here. Like, you know, and it's like I feel like that with Topre. Like, you know what, man? What can I do to help? And I am just happy to be here. Like, I am totally fucking into it. I love that, you know, everyone else is happy to be here. I love that we've got this, like, crew of people who just want to try new shit, you know, build cool things, make awesome sounding keyboards, and, you know, share it with each other. Like, the sharing is, I mean, you know, you're taught as a kid, you know, it's nice to share, but I will say, these sliders in the Palm, even with the RO59, there's a lot more shuff than I was expecting. But I really don't know how they're used. Yeah, exactly, dude. That is what it is all about. Like, I mean, that's the word community. If we're not here to freaking support each other and, like, help each other and help build towards a common goal, then what the hell is the point? Alright, so I'm good on that. Let's fire up the Molchat again. And the rest of this is super quick because, like, this thing just kind of falls into the board and it just all, like, fits together. I do need to install the daughter board, so let me do that real quick. Set that guy aside. Set that guy aside. And then, yeah, pull the daughter board. I forgot to do that earlier. Alright. Nope, I need a smaller bit. One moment. I can remember where I put my tools. Cool. Okay, yeah, they're there. Hold on. I guess I can get this shit out of the way since I don't need it right now anymore. Yeah, it is, so it is a very big daughter board. And that's because the original was a big daughter board. If you've ever taken apart a classic, it has like this much electronic components on it and this much fucking board. And I guess it's to maintain the same footprint as the hybrid, which does have a lot more going on. But yeah, for whatever reason, they just decided to, you know, decided to maintain the footprint and build this massive daughter board, which is cool. For sure. But yeah, it does seem like a bit much. My understanding, though, is that on the next round, he is going to make the board, like, yay big. And I think it's just going to mount with a single screw, and I don't know, maybe have some, like, retention pin or something that, like, interfaces with one of these kind of things so it doesn't move. But I believe he was saying that the new ones are just going to, like, single screw mount, just plug in right there, boom. So yeah, so that's a C3 size is the best, and I don't know what that means. Is that a type of board? And I appreciate y'all for educating me, because, you know, there's a lot of keyboard shit I do not know. Oh, C3 daughter board on MX. Okay. Oh, is that those little universal daughter board? Yeah, I've got a couple of those. Actually, what did I use those in? I think the, is it the Norbauer data pads, I think, are built around that size or something, or, you know, I guess I've got some in my Rama boards as well, like Rama was using that size. So yeah, okay, I do know what it is, I just had never, I don't think I'd heard the term C3, so cool. It's good to know. Yeah, it's, I mean, dude, like, it is one of those, like, wacky maximalist things, and it is hilarious. Like, it's funny. Like, it's, like, yeah, look at that. Like, that is, you know, I'm in awe of the size of it. Like, yeah, it is a unit for what it does. I mean, there's no, like, no smarts on it, no real, like, you know, yeah. So that is kind of funny. I think that's funny. I like it. It's whatever. Okay, so I think we're gonna need some other tools, because these are what kind of head? These are, ooh, those are tiny as fuck. Did I get it? Yeah, tight. Actually got the right one. What up, Lightning? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How goes it? So I am building a, oh geez, what up, y'all? Good to see you guys. So welcome. You're catching me near the end. I'm building a live oak. So I've been, you know, celebrating public, you know, outwardly, with all of the new, what the fuck? The Moon Tower winners. Inwardly, I'm like gnashing my teeth. Like, God, I really want a new ATX, you know, KB board. But you know, the raffles, like I didn't get in all the raffles anyways. But like, you know, I didn't win anything for sure. So instead, I am, you know, salving my wounds and assuaging my pain with a live oak build. I picked this one up off of BTC, I don't know, maybe like 6-8 months ago. And yeah. And actually, it was a really sweet deal. I got the live oak, and it also came with like a bunch of resin party caps and like some other artisans and this and that. So like, it was a sweet deal for the price. So I am grateful for the hookup there. But yeah, dude, for real, like literally anytime his name is dropped, like that is the next thing to come, is like best dude, like asset to any community, like dope guy, like literally like every freaking time. And I love that. I love that like his name just instantly garners like appreciation and respect, and like, you know, yeah. So he hooked it up. And you know, he's a Texan, so he was able to get it to me pretty quick. All right. And God, I love, like, can I just take a moment again to, like, after putting together other Topre boards and shit, like the way that Chan just built this, that like literally everything all just like drops in, fits together, gasketed, like literally just butt out. Like that is so fucking sick. So yeah. Yeah, I'll have to bust. I'll bust that out and take some pictures. Actually, shit. What am I talking about? I literally have my backpack right here. So, you know, I always say travel board, and people are like, "You carry a keyboard around?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, fuck yeah, I carry a keyboard around." But let me show you. So, this is the bag that I ride my bicycle with. It's a Chrome bag. Shout out Chrome. You know, and it's just a sling bag, goes over the shoulder, single strap. And, you know, it'll fit a laptop, it'll fit all sorts of stuff. And I got my, you know, it's cold weather right now, so I got this and that in there. Got my headphones, got some bike tools, got, you know, tire, got cables and shit. Got my little notepad for jotting down this and that, battery. But this is, you know, if you've seen it before, you know what's in this sock. You know what's in this gun sock. It ain't no gun. It's a keyboard. So yeah, so let me oh yeah, I got, also, if y'all are cyclists and you don't have one of these, I think it's from Blackburn, Road Morph G. Yeah, I don't remember who makes this. This is the best fucking bike pump ever. Like, it fits in the backpack. It will pump a road tire up to like 120 PSI like nothing. It's great. So yeah, carry a keyboard, carry a bike pump, live to see another day. I'm just saying. Alright, so let me get that bag out of the way. You know, carry board. I take this everywhere with me. And booyah! Look at that. Look at those resin party caps. Look at that freaking hotness. Palm, resin party, carat 60 gram, 0.5 millimeter silicone, like Topreme, like a motherfucker. Like, come on. How can you not? So yeah, this board, like, has probably traveled, you know, thousands of miles by bicycle, several thousand miles, you know, like driving, by plane, by, you know, this board, that's my carry board. That's the board, and it's, so, you know, it's blank. This was blank before you could get a blank. I bought this from Japan. This is one of the OG 25th. So yeah, I carry like a board that at one point in time people were paying like $700 for the OEM board. But you know, after the other blanks came out, I felt a little less bad about carrying it, because, you know, you can just like buy them now. But yeah, so that's my everyday carry board. All right, so back to this. Got a couple screws to screw. In fact, we're gonna screw those screws into the screw holes. And thank you, definitely not Claw, for modding briefly and fixing my fuck up when I accidentally turned on auto mod for the combination of word screw holes. Definitely screw hole. All right. And I know I just realized I hadn't said it yet, but anytime you are screwing anything into anything, if it's a right-hand threaded screw, click it back just a little bit till you feel the thread click and drop, and then drive it home. That will save your boards. That will allow you to take them apart and put them back together a million times. That will make your life better. Every single screw that you screw into anything, find the thread first. I'm saying, and I know if you watch my streams, and I've done like 30 streams now, you've probably heard me say that 30 times. Oh yeah, speaking of, I counted the other day, and I think this is my 30th stream, so that's excitement. But yeah, listen to that advice. It will change your life. Tell other people that advice so that you can change other people's lives. That is, like, if you do anything relating to screwing, find the thread, bro. Yes, exactly. Yeah, no, if I can save one cracked ABS plastic screw post with my saying that, then it will have been worth it, right? All right. So that's that. I think that is all the screws. I think that is this and that. Like, dude, purple looking kind of hot in the charcoal. All right. So I guess I should probably plug it in to see if it works or not, but you know what? Fuck it. We're going all the way. We're just going to build it. So let me get out some caps. I probably should have checked interface with the with those before I put it all together. But you know what? We're flying. We're going for it. All right. So because it's, you know, kind of a darker board, I figure I go with the darker caps. I'm doing the is it Black Speech, I believe they're called. Yeah, these are the Black Speech. So I should probably pull up how these actually go on the board, because I don't necessarily know if they are in, you know, Black Speech alphabet order. But I guess we'll see once I pull this right here. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know what any of that says. All right. So let me pull up their shit on something real quick. I mean, not that it really matters. It's like none of these are in English, so like I don't have to freaking. Oh my god, just open. Give me a good picture of these. All right, that's what I'm looking for. Keycaps. Sorry. Give me just a second. I will. There it is. Okay, hardcore training. There we go. All right. I got the image I need to look at. So let's see. All right. Actually, here we can do this one real quick and see if. Ooh. Okay. So is that the keycap hitting? All right. So that is the keycap hitting. I'm gonna try something out real quick. I think I have them around here close by. I'm going to see if the cover sheet that Des put together worked. All right. So yeah. Yeah, more board. Yep, 100% more board. All right. Well, not Des. I'm sorry. Show. And God, I need to stop doing that. I apologize. And I feel like a prick because I don't know. I confuse my own siblings. So it's not like I'm not like calling freaking, people I know and talk to all the time by the wrong name. But like, I feel like I say Des when I mean show, and I say show when I mean Des, and I say show or Des when I mean PBB. So it's like, fuck man. I'm just confused. I'm a confused old man. Excuse me. But yeah, so we're going to use this this show mat that I got from... this one actually I did order from Taobao. So I got this through the whatchamacallit, what are they? Super Buy. Alright, so I will say not all of these squares feel like they were fully cut out, so I'm having to kind of give a little tug to get some of these off. Not the end of the world, but I'm really trying not to rip this thing, because it is thin. I mean, it's like 0.5 millimeter thin, so. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down, if I can. Does this come off? Am I just fucking up here? No, okay. Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm just fucking up here. I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, sorry. And again, I was doing shit off camera. I should have just, like, peeled this off and figured it out. There we go. Okay, that makes it so much easier. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I forget I'm actually doing a build on stream and just, like, revert to my ignoring everything. Oh, shit! Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Alright. So, I know it's, it's foam, it's whatever, but hey, man, it does solve a problem. And if keycaps are tapping like that, like, that is one thing I was wondering, because these, what do you call these even? The frickin' Nova Touch, they are slightly shorter. And there's still a little bit of tap. Alright, well, you know what? I'm going to build it, and we'll mess around with caps and maybe try something else out later. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We doing it. Okay. So now let's see if I can figure out the letters. Well, numbers first. All right. So did I get that one right? Him looking fucker. Oh, no, that is not the right profile. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah. I'm into the foam too. Like, I don't think foam is a bad thing. I actually have it on another one of my boards because I did have a key that was tapping and bugging me, and I put it on and it like quieted it down. So it has a place. The foam is is worthwhile. On that board I used the 1mm foam. This one I'm using the 0.5. So maybe if I switch to the 1, it'll help more. But I don't know. I'm not gonna fuck with it right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and build. because this is fun. Okay. So I think this is my escape key. And I think I'm just going to go with the monochrome right now to kind of lean into like the charcoal and the gray. And oh, is that the right? No, that's the wrong profile. I can't get that one off with my fingers. Yeah, I forget MT3, the top row is a like heavily steeper. Okay. Am I doing this right? Yes, okay. And then I don't know what keys go on those. We'll figure it out. P, then M, then H. Where's the other one? Okay. Sorry, yeah, it looks like my caps got a little mixed up. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, okay. I swear, every other cap in this set looks like a freaking M. Alright. We're getting there. It happens to the enter key for OEM caps. And usually you tape the bottom of the cap. Nice. Okay. That's the thing. Like, there are solutions. You know, there's ways that you can get around a lot of the annoyances that, like, you know, and fairly simply. So, yeah. I feel like sometimes when we, like, you know, put vendors on blast because their one new part doesn't work with all the 8 million parts in existence, like, we're kind of, you know, paying them a disservice because why would you expect your one part to work with everything? It's not like there are standards in this community. I mean, there are some standards, like, you know, the size of an MX stem. I would like to think that's a standard. You know, the size of, like, you know, the width of a topiary housing. I would like to think that's a standard, but realistically, you know, there's not really a lot of standards, and not a lot of people like stick to the standards. So the fact that they even work together and like fit in the board and all that, like, I appreciate. Did I put that one? Yeah, okay. Sorry, I'm still trying to do this quickly while also follow along and make sure that I'm not like putting the wrong one in the wrong order. And if I'm ignoring chat, I apologize, but you know, I just want to get this thing put together. I'm excited. Yeah, exactly. Most important thing is to make it work. Like, just, you know, it's your keyboard. Like, if you can get it sounding the way you like it, and you have to do some kind of wacky-ass mod with tape or with, you know, whatever, like, dude, mod away. I mean, some of the freaking most popular mods in this are done with, like, tape and with, you know, band-aids and with, you know, this and that. So, whatever, man. Come up with something new. Alright. So, I think all of these are going to be different keys because of topiary. Or, well, because of HHKB, really. Alright, so let me get these alphas out of the way. I think this set comes with a 6U spacebar. If not, I think I bought the 6U spacebar kit. So, either way, I should be covered, but we'll see. Alright. I'm assuming these are my, yeah, these are, no? No, those are not alt. Those are control. Okay, so what the shit is alt? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck keys go where. Okay, so this is the... Did I put things in... Yeah, I'm not seeing the key that I'm looking for, so I'm wondering if maybe I put it in another box. Alright, shit. Yeah, they're not English. I know. I really shouldn't be, like, troubling myself so much. Because really, what does it matter? But yeah, no, here. I think this is the spacebar kit that comes with the spacebar. And I'm wondering, I wouldn't be surprised if I put all the weird, like, HHKB specific kits in a box, because I did... Oh! Literally what I just said. Okay, I put all the weird HHKB kits, keys, in a different box, which makes sense now why I couldn't find them. Alright, tight. Nice. Is that shift? Yeah, that's shift. This is backspace, right? Yep. Alright, man. That was actually semi-smart of me. Cool. Oh, dude. Okay. I'm into this. Alright, so we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do... Is that the right profile? Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure that I've got the right... Yes, okay, cool. Yeah, so... Dragon key... Nice. Spider key... Ring key... Frickin' great eye key... Tight. Okay, these are fun. Busted sword key... And is this spacebar? Is this the 6U? No, this is the 6 point. Okay, is this the 6U? Boom. Alright, tight. Dude, I'm kind of into that. Alright, well, we are built, so let's just make sure it works real quick, you know? I probably should have done that before, like, going through all the trouble, but hey. It's like building a PC, you know, it's like you could test the parts like before you finish the PC, but I always love like doing literally everything, putting it all together, putting it on my desk, setting it all up, flipping the power button, and having it come up the first time. Like that is like such a godlike feeling. It's like I just made a PC. Like good shit. Alright. Sorry, trying to somewhat clean up my work area, which I'm bad at doing, but yeah, good enough. Alright. Well, shit, check this out, y'all. I just built in, what, about an hour and 40 minutes? This gorgeous live oak. And man, I like the charcoal with these. You know what? I had these keys on like a more black case, and I wasn't really feeling them, but I really am feeling the charcoal. All right, dude, thank you so much again. Definitely not White Claw. I appreciate your temporary modding help. You really got me over the hump there. And, you know, being able to say screw hole. So, yeah, hey, appreciate you. Man, all right. So, I mean, it's, you know, it's Topre. Topre goes together quick. I've also built, like, a Topre board or two, so I kind of know some of the shortcuts of, like, just knocking shit out. But, yeah, like, man, I really need to get a better camera because this gorgeous backplate, like, deserves to be seen. So, if you don't know, Austin, Texas has these trees around it, like, really central Texas. You know, it's kind of the hill country area. We've got these live oaks. And so that's the namesake of the board. We have several around town of these giant live oak, old trees. And that's also, you know, the bridge there. That's like, we got this kind of, you know, with the Pfluger pedestrian bridge that runs through town, as well as the Congress Bridge and, you know, the South First Street Bridge. So we got a couple bridges that, you know, we all really enjoy. So get to watch the bats from it and all that kind of shit. So yeah, so that's the... And yeah, like this, you know, it's a nice board. Like I love these side, like I love the swoop of this, yet those lines are still like super clean and like just got that little nice cut. Yeah, so I like this board. I really like this board. I love like the size of it's nice. Like it, you know, it fits well with, you know, it kind of overlaps a little bit, but like, you know, with the Mitsuba rest, like it's a nice board. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug it in and make sure it works before we wrap up here. All right. Well, that's a good noise. I like to hear that. Tell you what can we do here? We can just bring up VIA, right? Alright, well so far it's typing alright. Okay, let's see if I can swap this, put the keyboard up there for now, and then bring up, where is it? Is my browser capture set correctly? Yes! Alright, cool. Alright, so yeah, let's see if this works. Authorized device. Ooh, you know what? I just realized I have two EC Pro X connected, so let's see if I get the right one. Yeah, both of these are actually running off of the SIP Pro X. So, okay, did that not come up? Okay, cool. All right. Wait, is that... what am I set that one as? Is that one not working? Or do I have it set as something weird? Let's see. Yeah, I'll have to like load the design tool and shit. Alright, well... Oh, that's right! I forgot. Sorry, I set that key to menu. So it's bringing up a menu. That's right. I forgot I mapped that one differently. Okay. Well, I probably need to firmware update this thing. I'll mess with that later, but okay, that's good to know that it works. All right, so let's do a, what is it? Monkey type. All right. Sorry. So for VIA boards, pretty much everything is done through the website. Now, there are like, JSON files and bin files for flashing. So you can use QMK tool to flash the bin file. The JSON file is actually sideloaded in the website itself. There's an app you can get, but the app is basically just a front end for the website. So if you don't have web connectivity, it's not like the app does shit. It just hits the website. But yeah, for reconfiguring it, it's all done through the website. In fact, I think this one has the latest here. I can probably show you. Okay. So let me authorize the other one and see if it comes up, because I feel like I've updated that one more recently. So hold on, let me just try this. Just have one device plugged in. Okay, there it goes. Wait, what? Alright, well I may have to load side load the JSON just because, and I really don't want to fuck with it right now, so sorry guys, I'll have to demonstrate the reprogrammability another time. Because I don't remember where I put the file and I really don't want to go digging around my hard drive to find it. So instead, we're just going to try a monkey type real quick. But, yeah, let's just do it. Fuck it. How do we do this? Click here to start? Okay. Whoops. Try again. Okay, well that was a shitty one. Sorry, I kind of fucking bombed there near the end, but yeah, I do want to get the camera down here a little bit, and at least or not camera, get the microphone down here, and at least let you guys listen to it while I type on it. All right, so Here, I'll plug it too. So yeah, so there is some. Okay, so Enter and Tab are kind of clacking on this board. I was wondering how that would work with these housings. So yeah, I may have to mess with those a little bit. Yeah, it's you can really hear it on the side. So okay, so I'm gonna have to fuck with those a little bit, and that's fine. I don't necessarily know if this board was planned with yeah, there's a couple of these that yeah, it's not too bad. Could be better. Maybe the palm plate is kind of adding to some of that, but you know, I don't know. I'll play around with it a little bit. Sorry, you were asking what silencing ring? These are 0.3 millimeter silicone. So these are the desk keys rings. Yeah, that's a bummer. So, okay, so news. There's a company that I've probably mentioned like 20 times already during the stream that is coming out with new sliders that the plan is to help make that go away. And so what they're doing, they're increasing the barrel length of the slider by 1 millimeter. Now that will mean that the caps will be raised up 1 millimeter. But that also means that the caps will bottom out 1 millimeter farther away from the plate. So, you know, with any luck, that will keep them from, you know, impacting. You know, which it's obviously this one. This is the row, you know, these 2U keys, those seem to be the ones on topiary boards that cause problems. The 1U, it doesn't really seem to be that big a deal. But yeah, Peach Black Black told me that they are working on new sliders that will, you know, try to help alleviate that issue. I mean, it's again, something else I've mentioned to them and been like, you know, this is a problem. And they're like, well, let's see if we can fix that problem. So they're working on developing them right now. They said they're planning to send me some testers so I can kind of play around with them in my various setups. But yeah, that's exciting. So that's going to be something something to look forward to, something to try, and you know, maybe that's the final piece of the equation that, you know, banishes, you know, GMK rib / you know, I mean, these are MT3, but you know, that kind of key interference. So we'll see what they do. Well, the board is built. I mean, I could do a little bit of tuning, but honestly, it's after midnight right now, so I'm probably gonna wrap it up. You know, I did want to address one thing. I know, you know, I try to keep these things relatively drama-free, so if you guys are not into the keyboard drama, or if you just don't want to hear it, you know, feel free to drop now and, you know, go find something better to do. But I do want to say one thing. Like, there was recently another keyboard streamer who, you know, I guess took some offense to one of my tattoos, my face tattoo specifically. I just gotta let you know, if you take offense at this and that makes you mad, I am literally covered with, like, you know, religious inspired tattoos. I mean, like, I have forgiven across my knuckles. Like, I've got, you know, my wrists say faith, hope, love, mind, body, soul. I've got crosses on me. I've got, you know, little fishy guy there. Like, this is, you know, a scripture from 1 Corinthians. This is based on Proverbs 31. I've got a Coptic funerary inscription on the back of my head. Like, I've got an emaciated Buddha sitting under, you know, a body tree on my back. I've got, you know, tattoos that mean things to me all over my body. So if this tattoo is going to hurt your feelings, then, I mean, seriously, like, look at the rest of me and stay mad. There's really, you know, like, fucking die mad, because the tattoos aren't going away, bro. So, you know, I'm into what I'm into. I've got my beliefs. You don't have to agree with them, but hey, man, live and let live. So that's all I wanted to say. I appreciate the hell out of y'all if you stuck around for my little rant at the end, you know. I appreciate you. I'm sorry for boring the hell out of you guys, but, like, come on, dude. Like, come on. Is that really what we're going to pick at each other over? Come on. Anyways, thank you so much. Let me see if I can find someone else who is streaming currently. We can maybe raid out. Nope. Forgot I unplugged that keyboard, so typing on it won't do shit. Yeah, I appreciate you, Topra user, and I want to keep my streams like posy. Like I'm not here to slag anybody. I'm not here to talk shit about anybody's product. I'm not here to like give anybody a hard time or a bad day. So I appreciate this community. Like I can't say enough how much I love the Topra community. The fact that everybody is so freaking friendly for the most part, helpful for the most part. Like it's and collaborative. Like it's great. There is so much goodwill in this community. There's so much like cross community knowledge sharing, helping each other. Like there's no room in it for intolerance. There's no room in it for an asshole who just wants to kick other people out of it. Like we're all a big happy family here. So I love this community. So thank you guys. And yeah, Kim Lin Win is on. I think we are gonna do it. Let's see what she is about right now. Oh, I keep typing on that keyboard. Is it /raid? Or is it the other way? Oh, there it goes. Okay. All right, we're going in with our big bad. What? How do we got? We got 17, 24. Sheesh, we actually had some viewers on this one. Tight. Well, here we go, guys. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. All right. Good times.